Yo. What's poppin'? See, what up? PGZ, what up? Look, I'm gonna just get straight into it. I found something today while I was halfway cleaning up. What up? I see you guys. Oh, snap. Let me switch that around. I don't want to see the kitchen. I found something today while I was halfway cleaning up, looking for stuff. Man, I found an old notebook. Right, y'all can see the old branding. It don't say Herbalife Nutrition, Tri-Leaf, Herbalife on it. Had the pen on the side, right? Man, we've gotten some really dope, man. If y'all could show y'all all the notebooks I have. Some of them are empty, crazy. Shoot, here goes another one I found. It's actually from about this time period. It's set for 4 years ago, 10/2/2015. I found something even better. I found something like right now, 10/24. So brand new. This is what I pulled up. As soon as I got it, I started writing in it. So like the first page of notes, right? So it's only two. First off, I got a signature right here from the CEO of the company, Michael O. Johnson, St. Louis Extravaganza 2015. Boom. So I guess I did that, pulled it out first. First little bit of notes is on October 24th, 2014. So I had this notebook before I went to that extravaganza. Right? So we could go through some notes. I don't know if you guys want to know some stuff about business, Herbalife business. A lot of the stuff in here probably could just apply just to life in general. So I think I'm going to get into some of this stuff, right? So 10/24/2014. I don't have the speaker up here at the top of this joint. Oh, okay. I do know who it is if I skip to the next page. So this is for our October Leadership Development Weekend, which we just ended up having one in Anaheim. Just right now this weekend that passed. And so this was from the one 5 years ago with Amber Wick and Tommy Giosa. Amber Wick right now is like #2 royalty, as in her organization. What she get paid off her organization is like #2 in North America or something like that. She's either #2 or #3. I think she's #2. Crazy, right? Legend. Back then, I think she was like 30K. Now she's like 50K. Tommy Giosa, legend, 2 diamonds, 20K press team member. Super great story. So I remember this. LDW, like, man, I really do remember it, right? It's crazy how fast time flies. A lot of you guys are there, out there, right? So, let's get into some stuff. It says, capture the value of the great moments. Oh, that's so amazing, right? Capture the value of the great moments. First thing that I wrote, 10/24/2014. Capture the value of the great moments. So most experiences that we have, it's more value than even just that experience, right? Sometimes you can be, have a great dinner and the value isn't just that you're at an amazing restaurant with great food. Sometimes it's the improved relationship or camaraderie or connection that you have with somebody that's also valuable in that great moment, right? Same thing, even being at, a training event. Great moments, but the value of it is one day, 5 years later, you're going to be able to give what you got from the great moments to somebody else. And, of course, I could have did that, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? I could do it 5 years even from now. So, like, there's multiple areas of value in great moments. So with all things that we do, especially the great moments, be really present to them and understand what you have or what you're going through so that it could be, awesome. And, hopefully if it's, I keep on trying to say hi to people and wave, and I'm going to just start talking, right? Next line. Things can happen to you or they can happen for you. Oh, what? I have a feeling that this first section was Amber Wick though. It's just feeling like what some stuff she was saying. If man, like that's crazy. I'm gonna repeat that, you guys. Things can happen to you or they can happen for you. Everything that's happening like to you can be seen as something for you, right? It's gonna get you stronger, it's gonna get you wiser, it's gonna gain experience, it's gonna, create that resilience that you may need. Is it resilience or resiliency, right? That's one of them trick ones, right? So the key is to always be having the mindset that things are happening for you. If you have the mindset that things are happening for you, like you become way more powerful, you become more victorious compared to being like a victim. So when things happen to you, like you got to be excited for it, and this is kind of like why my personal story with Herbalife, or just my personal story in general, and of course Herbalife's included, is so powerful because, I started Herbalife 3 weeks out of jail with a felony, house arrest, everything, boom, 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 boom. Like had great results, had great business results, just with a hustler's mentality. And so a lot of people are trying to get me to connect with people who may be in those same situations. And I'm like, well, if their mind is saying that, me being in that situation is just setting me up for like the coldest comeback to be like legendary, that's like a situation that's working for you. But if you're just like, man, I just really want to help this person and like they're going through it and I know how it is, well, that means whatever happened, it happened to them, even if it's our own situations and our own judgments and stuff like that happens to you. So, that those two great lines, man, things can happen to you or they can happen for you. Write that down, use it as your status, man, use it as a mantra that you can have in life. I think if you guys can take that with you through the rest of your lives, just kind of thinking about that, like you'll never be good, right? Sometimes things happen to you just so you can get back being grateful. Oh, snap, I had a flat tire. Oh, let me get back into this gratitude because I got money. I can go fix it right now. I'm grateful, right? It didn't happen to me, but I got a 2018 GT Mercedes, right? Man, I just got out the shop today. It was in there for a week. Off of some stuff like it shouldn't happen. The valve that cools the transmission fluid shouldn't be busted, right? And that happened to me. It happened to the car. It happened like I had to go drop it off. The tires was crazy. They said we got to get you new tires because you be smashing everywhere. Cool, man. It happened for me to be able to be like very grateful that I get a chance to just do that. Bing, 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 boom, boom. Look at some other cars, get some vision, everything else like that. All right, cool. Man, we barely in the first two lines, man, going in. Barely in the first two lines, right? Third line, capital, do not take your foot off the gas in the fourth quarter, right? A third of the fourth quarter is already pretty much gone, right? A quarter of the fourth quarter, right? This first month, October, right? We finishing it out in a week. And then we got 2 more months in the fourth quarter. Do not take your foot off the gas in the fourth quarter, right? Those of you guys in school, man, finish out these semesters strong, earn that break, and then get back into it next first quarter, right? It's going to be the first annual quarter, right? But, whatever semester it is or trimester or whatever you guys are doing and going through, like, go into it strong with momentum, being really proud of what you did and how you left everything. Straight A's. Oh, we got another semester doing these straight A's. If you have business, right, now's the time to get people while they're in consumerism and don't turn into the consumer. Stay in business, right? It's key to just stay in business right now in the fourth quarter. Everybody's spending money. People are looking to do stuff. Of course, they're going all batshit crazy, buying stuff. Like, I don't even know how they're going to have more TVs to go on sale. Like, y'all niggas didn't get TVs last year or the year before. Who knows? But they also didn't get in the best shape of their life, right? They also didn't find a way to earn more money last year. So if you have a business that's, an opportunity for people to have something, don't take your foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. You don't want to do that, because if you do, whatever ebbs and flows that you have in your business, the ups and downs that happen through all businesses, you're not going to find very many businesses that's always on an upward trajectory month to month, right? It's gonna be wavy like this. If you take it off in the fourth quarter, you got climate conditions, you got too many holidays and observances and lots of travel for people. Like if it goes down, free to wave, right? As it goes down, it's going to be a greater dip. It's going to be a greater valley, which means it's going to be, more to climb back up to get back into your steady, regular flow of, up and down the business, right? Boom. So, you got to focus on doing the things that keep you, next line, with stable and sustainable growth, right? So no weird stuff, no just do what you've done that's kept you having whatever successes that you've had. And if you know that that's good, if you know that it's proper, if you know that that's the way and the flow that you're going to do your business, whatever your business is, then just do more of that right now, fourth quarter. Next line, fifth line. Spring is coming! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So if spring's coming, plant the seeds. It's on there. Plant the seeds. If spring's coming, plant the seeds right now. In the winter, of course, it's not going to translate the same way, right? But right now, as we're in the fourth quarter, it's still 90 degrees in California, so we planting, we doing that. We can harvest. You can always be planting and harvesting at the same time. You plant tomatoes here, you're going to harvest later. Watermelons, it's going to be a different timetable. Like whatever you're doing, you should be planting enough seeds, because whatever seeds you're planting, they're going to have different gestation periods. The people that you have, are going to operate with different levels of speed, intensity, readiness. So you got to always be planting, because you might be planting a redwood, which takes a long time. It's going to sprout later. You might be planting some other type of fruit, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing endless planting right now, because your spring's going to come in general. We're not just talking about, the season, right? You guys got that? Cool. This is just straight off the notes. I hope it applies to whatever you guys are doing, Herbalife, any other business. Just keep that mindset. This is a hustler book, man. It's black and leather, baby. Or pleather. First page. Something that I wrote this because I remember it just really resonated with what it is that we were doing. It says distribution network of health to the whole world. Like, so if you do Herbalife, and if you do anything, some people are personal trainers that might hop in and watch or something like that. You might have other type of people who do other type of businesses with other products. Cool. But you basically have a distribution network of fill in the blank to the whole world. Right? No rhyme. Naive. No rhymes in the book. Sometimes I put some rhymes in the phone, but no rhymes in none. I ain't wrote in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm gonna stop looking at y'all so I can just get to this stuff. You know what I mean? I might go on the phone and drop like 4 bars for you though. Yeah. So I really got present to that. That's what we were doing with Herbalife, is creating your own personal distribution network. And the bigger it gets, the more that you get paid, because you're getting the products off to the world, right? Now I got some things. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even know what it's for. Light up your excitement. Speak your excitement with positivity and possibility. Get people to the Herbalife opportunity meetings, and understand it's 68 days until 2015. Or right now, it's 69 days until 2020. Right? 69 days till 2020. Right? Old school Mark Hughes philosophy. Work hard. Work twice as hard when it's not easy. Every day, work hard. And when it's not easy, work twice as hard. Right? Simple. Right? There's a 1 in 11,500 chance of bowling a 300. You have a 1 in 576,000 chance of being struck by lightning. So you're saying I have a chance. You have a 1 in 10 million chance of becoming a U.S. president. And you, whoever you are, look at yourself, touch yourself. Right? You're looking at the screen, change it around so that you can see yourself. See your teeth, see the crookedness, see the color, see the eyes, see the eyebrows, see the bone structure, see the skin. Right? You have a 1 in 400 billion chance of being you. That's crazy. I wrote that down. Right? I wrote that down. Actually, that's just like if somebody's looking at the sperms doing the little stuff and everything else like that. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. You have a 1 in 1 chance of being you. Before you was born, before you was inseminated, before the sperm hit the zygote and anything else, your soul chose to be here in the exact way that you're about to come and that you were prepared through genetics. So you had a 1 in 1 chance of being you. But that's something way, way out there, you know what I'm saying? But be grateful that you was one of them 1 in 1s. And then once you understand that you 1 in 1, you'll understand a whole lot more about this life. World Team School, congratulations, all you guys qualify for the World Team right now. First thing on here with 2 exclamation points. I'm winning! You winning too. Write that down in your book. Write it down in your phone. You winning. But of course say I'm winning, because you got to always speak in the I ams. Right? Next line. Get jacked up about one particular thing. Very good. I know some people that do a lot of stuff and it seems to be working out for them. But if you get jacked up about one particular thing, all the other stuff becomes a lot easier. It makes it simpler to do so many things. Right? Like T.I. was jacked up about being a rapper. Became one of the best. I put T.I. probably top 15. He was jacked up about it. He used it and took it as high as somebody could take being a rapper. But it made it getting into movies, having his own podcast, being able to create other businesses, restaurants. It fueled all of that because he was jacked up first. And then he's still passionate about it. And he still get on the track right now all these years later and do it. 20 years later. I used to see T.I. when I lived in Atlanta. I used to see T.I. come to the Greenbrier Mall like right before he like started blowing up. I used to work there, and he come through, you know, old school car, primered up, you know what I'm saying? And he just got that little bit of fame in terms of being local, but wasn't like who he is now. But he was jacked up about the music, right? So be jacked up about one particular thing. Also, if you have a business, like if you do Herbalife, be jacked up about one aspect of your business. Be jacked up about the weight loss challenges. Be jacked up about, you know, your nutrition club. Be jacked up about your fit club. Be jacked up about your own personal results. Be jacked up about personal development. Like at right now, fourth quarter, pick something and just get super jacked up about it, and then you'll see a big shift in that area, which out of everything else just permeates. Like if I spilt some of this onto this book, it'll land in one spot, but it'll also just start spreading. Right? Affect the whole page. Go through. It's going to go through layers. So if you get jacked up about one thing, it's going to go through layers of your life. Man, it's off the top, man. It's off the top. Tommy Giosa said, believe in the products and the marketing plan. Period. I say that. I said it before he said it. Before I heard him say it. But that's just because I learned from the best. Like, so we're all saying the same thing as, the founder of the company. You got to believe in the products and marketing plan. I lost 21 pounds, so I believed in the products. I remember that first check came, didn't know it was coming. It was $586. It's easy to believe in a marketing plan, especially when the next check was like $690. What? Third check was $2,100. What? It's hard not to believe in that. A check ain't never went under $2,000. That was 2012. Right? So once you have that, then you can always just be really secure in like what you have, and then you can just go get to it. You can go talk to people about it because you know that it's real, especially once you get other people checks, other people health results. Right? The future comes from what you do for others. Oh, yeah. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. You got to choose to grow. Right? You got to see the big picture. Something for his success, which made sense for him. He heard the success stories. He heard about good money with Herbalife business. He's seen a plan of action, which was use where taught, and he just kept it that simple. Tommy G been in the business 25 years or some crazy stuff like that. Right? Right now, everybody, next line, get to the next step. Whatever your next step is, get to the next step. Right? Great notes from 2014, October 10/24. You have to be duplicatable. Not like you, we already know that you one of one. Like we already established that. But like what you do in terms of the business has to be duplicatable. You have to be talking to people in a way. Now, I don't expect people to get on here and be able to look through notes, expound upon notes, and then come with like some crazy stuff like that. I don't expect somebody to do super, but I expect that when they're doing the business, that they're able to be able to follow something with duplicatability, because all I did was keep it very simple, and all I did was be duplicatable of somebody else, right? There's 3 types of peoples. It can't happen. Oh yeah, press team, man, it can't happen. I'll watch. Happen for them. I've seen it. And then I believe it. 3 types of people. The it can't happens, the I'll watch, and the I believe it. Be that third one. Right? This is good, man. This is good. Yo, get an income story by selling the products. Get to all the trainings, no matter what business you're in, right? Especially this like entrepreneurial, if you're in network marketing, direct sales, if you have a company like that where you have some type of independence in terms of what you do, and they have trainings that you're allowed to go to, get to all of them, especially the ones you qualify for. I just seen one of my boys, he's at another company, right, killing the game, man. I think we go back 7 years officially, and he has just been killing it. He put some stuff on his page about like success. Like, I can't answer everybody's DMs, but let me just give you some success tips. I literally read them and said, perfect. That's perfect. And it really applies to all businesses. So this is some of the same stuff that's going to apply to all businesses. Get to all the trainings, right? Develop a plan to recruit people and build their businesses from the available methods. Teach what you know. As you learn more, teach more. Keep it fun, keep it simple, keep it easy. Do a little bit of the uncomfortable until it is comfortable. For sure. Sometimes you gotta wake up a little bit early till it's like comfortable, right? Or you just gotta wake up early and it's always gonna be uncomfortable, but you get comfortable as soon as you put your feet on the floor, as soon as you like walk to the restroom, right? As soon as you sit on the toilet, as soon as you turn the light on. Right now you like up, splash your face, drink some tea, right? You get up, like now you're comfortable. Trust me, we all go through it, but we gotta find ways to get uncomfortable I'm only speaking these notes. I'm speaking these notes not like I got it all together. I am looking at these notes again, thinking about all the places in my life and areas that I need to get way more uncomfortable in. All right? Big one coming up. Attitude makes the difference. Some people want to know how you like got success. I said, man, I thought about success. I wanted it. And then when I talk to people, I talk to them excitedly. I talk to them with anticipation and possibility in my voice and in my message, right? Attitude makes a difference, right? It's going to start changing the way that you say things based on how your attitude is. You got to have a no problem attitude. You got to have an attitude of gratitude. Like, all these things are important. All right. Let's see what else. Let's learn about champions, right? I got 5 things that I wrote down about champions. This is just my notes from another event, right? I'm gonna expound on stuff if it moves me. Other than that, just somebody else. Let me tell you about champions. Number 1, right? Champions expect to win, and they're surprised when they don't win. You gotta win in the mind first. That's number 1. Champions expect to win, surprised when they don't win. And you got to win in the mind first. It's like visualizing. I remember we were young, running track. My mom's on the line. I see, what up, Ma? Right? Don't mind her. She gets on in your DMs and starts responding to everything in your story. So look, we would run track, and my mom would always say, you got to visualize the win. Like, you got to see yourself racing the race. Like, run the whole race in your mind. Visualize stuff. And, actually through life, every time I've done visualizations, right, it happens. It manifests in the way that you want it to manifest. It settles you down and gets you into just doing something that you've already done, basically, because of how the mind is. So that's number 1 about champions. They celebrate the small wins, right, because it's going to get the confidence to go after the big wins. That's what champions do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you excited and you winning all the time, so now you ain't scared to go land the big fish. You're not scared to shoot the big shot, right? And the big shot is a shot. The big shot is a shot, right? Think a girl out of your league, shoot a shot. She ain't. Shoot a shot. She don't, her loss. Cool, you didn't fail. Boom, boom, boom. You back to it, all right? Number 3, don't make excuses. Oh, that's for sure a championship trait. Don't focus on the faults of others. Another championship trait. We all make mistakes. We all are imperfect. You know what I mean? We all have mental lapses. Everything. But you gotta always be on some encouraging, correcting, but not really focus on the faults. They're just opportunities for growth. So make sure that when you talk to somebody, and even yourself, right, especially yourself, but definitely to other people, especially if you're a leader, just make sure that even if they do have faults, make sure that you're showing them that it's an opportunity for growth, right? Because they'll become smarter and better, right? You want your people to become smarter and better. Now, if they don't take the lesson and they keep making the same mistake, you can't help that. Like, if somebody's just like running to the wall, eventually you got to just be like, well, they obviously know there's a wall there because they hit it the first time. I told them that it was there. I told them how to not hit it, and they just keep running into it. It's going to just stunt their progress. That's on them. And that's going to happen a lot to you guys. If you guys start getting a big team, have a big business, have employees, have, whatever it is that you guys do, you'll notice that you can tell people something, and you can tell it to them vehemently, like, I'm really fucking serious about what I'm telling you. Like, this is it. You gotta be focusing on this. You gotta look at it like this. You have to make sure that you create this type of culture. You have to, and if they don't do it, you just gotta like chop it up. Like, they don't want to get there faster. They want to keep having the same issues. Trust me, it's the same. If you watch this and you're on my team, and if it feels like I'm talking about you, I am. Right? Champions have a I get to do mindset compared to a I have to do. Right? Man, I get to do more, not I have to do more. I get to wake up early, not I have to wake up early. I get to go meet with these people, not I have to go meet. Like, it's all opportunity. It's all that switch, right? I remember hearing Eric Thomas say this in my first year when I started listening to personal development. Listening to Eric Thomas, he started talking about the get to, and I said, "Oh, that's good." So we have a position in Herbalife called Get Global Expansion Team. So a lot of people are always talking about what they get to do. Capital GET, because it's on the way to being one of the top achievers, right? Number 5 about champions: believe they will experience more wins in the future. That makes everything okay if you already understand that we wrote it back from the first one, right? On the second page, I'm winning. If you already believe that you're going to have more wins in the future, then you can take whatever's going on like with a grain of salt, and you're just working on getting to those next wins, right? Ooh. Here we go. Side in the corner. Never, never, never quit. 2 exclamation points. Never, never, never quit. 2 exclamation points. Man, you know how many people I've seen quit? Not just I've seen people quit all kinds of stuff. No matter what you do, when I see you start, because I know how success works, I'm rooting for anybody when they be doing stuff. Sometimes I have like ideas for them. Like, it ain't even about all that. It's just about, as you're on your journey of doing whatever you do, all of my friends who do any business or whatever else like that, all I'm hoping for is that they never quit. And if they advance, if they expand, if they have to shift, I can understand, right? Sometimes you got to change lanes, but just don't ever quit. And if you do Herbalife, never quit. Like, do everything else, but you can always be doing Herbalife. Like, that's one thing, despite what anybody does, whatever. There's nothing I can't think of that you can have that you can always have. You can't always have a job. With Herbalife, you always have it. You always got it. Right? You could be focused on something else. Boom, boom, boom. Great products. Second of all, at the end of the day, you can always have somebody be purchasing from you. You could always be inviting to an opportunity and be like, yeah, this is what I do for part-time income. What? You're going to get rid of a chance to make part-time income because you just have access to what people want anyway, which is health results, energy, skin products or something? What? Walk around with your skin nice and let people compliment it on you. Man, I'm going to throw something that you could buy in your face so quick. Oh, man, yeah, I got this crazy regimen, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to my website. Boom, give me some money right now. Cash at me. I'll do an order for you right now. It's so fire. It smell good, too. Right? You should, or not. Or you ain't got the hustle in you. Right? Cool, I got this list of things. Right? So it's going to be number 1 with some sub things under it. Four subgroups under it. Right? You got to know and define your dreams. So A, define your desired lifestyle. Think about your lifestyle. Think about how the bills is paid. Think about what the vacation is like. Think about what the everything is, right? Think about the flow of it. Think about the driving of it. Think about the freedom that you're seeking to experience. Think about what you're going to do for people in your family, right? Define that lifestyle. How do you dress? Where do you go? Next one, determine how much money you would have to earn to get that lifestyle. And make it make sense. I know people that say, oh, I want to live in Malibu, whatever. Man, you better go look up Malibu and see how much it is. You're going to have to, your income, you think you're going to make $10,000, then you're going to live in Malibu. It's not going to happen. You're going to have a bedroom in the side of somebody's house for $10,000. It's not going to be enough, right? But whatever it is that is your desired lifestyle, you got to determine how much income you would need for that, right? So then go take a look and set up the marketing plan so that you know where to go. And finally, what will you pay to get there? How many sleepless nights are you willing to pay? How many days of no social life are you willing to pay? Right? How many unproductive friendships and relationships are you willing to give up to like get that lifestyle? And that's what a lot of people need to do. You know, it says sacrifice. Sometimes sacrifice has a negative connotation in my mind, especially because I know people really be having sacrifices, you know, in like the music industry and like Hollywood. So it's like, I don't like using sacrifice, but you do have to give stuff up. You do have to give up things that aren't aligned with your future, right, to get what you want, right? And if you call it a sacrifice, or you just say you're giving something up, you're just cutting something off, you're going to have to do something for that desired lifestyle, right? Look, here's some advice. Your peers may not support you because you represent the courage that they don't have. So don't get mad about thinking that people are haters, or, you know, being mad that people don't support. Look, man, you know how many people I know that never bought a shake from me, ever? You know, many people I know, like, end up starting shakes, but they started shakes with somebody else, and it's not like I know them, like, we, like, people, like, it's like the homie. It's nothing, right? And then there's other people who just don't support, and you feel something. And there's a lot of times, like, if you do what you're supposed to do and you don't quit, and you be focused on everybody compared to just a couple of people and be worried about if they do or don't, right? You'll start to become somebody that people are going to be like wishing that they was like, I wish I started. Like, I wish I could do that. I wish I could become that. I wish I could speak on stage in front of people. I wish I could boom, boom, boom. I wish I could be brave enough to wear the button everywhere. In some type of way, people are going to have that type of feeling. Not everybody's brave enough to wear the button everywhere. So you got to understand that might be it. But don't dwell on it, and don't even put that on people. Like, I don't think that that's what it is. But for all of you guys, take that in consideration. And it's just about them. It's not about you. Right? And another thing, here go the final one on this page. If you love a community, you will never leave a community. So that's a testament to like what you should be trying to create and what you're should be trying to get involved in. Like, if you're not about to create a community, but you're involved in a community, make sure that you love it. Make sure you do the things to create it so that you love it, right? Contribute to it so that you love it. You know what I'm saying? Make it be so valuable to you that it's like, how could you leave? And if you're about to create a community, whether you have a gym that you own, whether you have a business team and you guys have trainings and everything else like that, like, you have to create a community and be part of communities that other people love. And then no matter what they're going through, because they love it, they're not going to leave it. Then the rest of it is just like, hey, let me figure all this stuff out, but I'm going to stay in this community because of the value that it brings. It actually helps me through some of the stuff that I'm going through outside of the community, right? So that's the last one on that page, if you love it. Ooh, that's so good, right? Boom. Let's go some more Tommy G, right? Let's see what it's going, right? Foundations of a successful Herbalife business. A lot of this stuff, I think it can go to a lot of businesses. So once again, you guys can take it. It's gonna apply. Have the attitude of a CEO. Boom. And that's the awesome thing about what it is, you know, I think when I think about having an attitude of the CEO, I think about protecting the company. I think about protecting the brand. I think about being exemplary with the representation of it. As much as you can. Like, you can still be human, man. We still be turning up, you know, we cussing, man. We do all, like, you do what you do. But overall, you're still looking at, like, your business, the thing that you're doing, like a CEO. So you're showing up early, and you're taking full responsibility for the success of whatever your business is. Boom, the next one, foundations of successful business. You got to have consistent effort, right? Consistent effort. And within that consistent effort, you got to have 90-day plans, right? 3-month plans, right? To be able to do things, implement stuff, have a consistent intention for 3 months, right? Because you want stuff to get 3 months, right? You know, we're talking about breaking and making habits. We're talking about, creating brand new things. So you got to give it 3 months. Just like if you get somebody on a nutrition program, let's say, and they really want great results, how many of you guys ask them, like, this is like, so for me, my story is in 2.5, like right about 3 months though, I lost 21 pounds. I was dropped my body fat percentage basically in half. I was 7%, like super lean, super ripped up. So most people, whatever their goals is, you could say, are you willing to commit for 3 months, 90 days, right? Imagine if all your clients did 90 days, like a lot of people's business would be a lot better, right? Because they would get more results and they would be able to have done more volume, because you would get those re-ups, based off somebody, ordering more than once. And also with that consistent effort and foundations of success is, this last quarter, first quarter 2020, got to be consistent. Last and first quarters is one thing, it's one entity. One of them's the ramp up to the culmination, to the climax of really being able to go through, business progressions, promotions, qualifications, January, February, March, April, right? Foundation business. Give it enough time. I can probably put that back up where the 90-day plan was, right? Give it enough time. People be like, oh, I want to go do this. I'm going to do this in like a year. Anybody who's done the business, that some things you're not going to be able to do like in a year, right? Or we know the effort that you say that you want to do stuff in is not going to match up. So some of the things you got to say, okay, hey, how fast is the business going right now, right? Let me give it enough time to say I can increase the amount of people I'm bringing in. I can increase the productivity of each of these people. So with these increases, how long would it take for me to get to the next level and still operate like that? And if you wanted to go faster, then you just work more on like those two areas. But you got to still make sure that you're getting enough time and not just spewing all kind of crazy. So I'm about to go do this right now, man. By next year, I'm going to be here. Hey, I like the enthusiasm. But is there a plan for it? Right? And at the end of the day, let's see what this first 90 day does and how much of that plan you can be able to stick to, and how much intensity and how much success and results are you going to really be able to put up, so that we can see what a year is going to be based off this first 90 days though. Right? Once again, there's duplication in there. That's super simple. Finally lead from the front. Right? Boom. Master. Things to master. Right? Whole nother section, man. This is going good. I don't know how long I got. I think they got like a little time. Things to master. If you do Herbalife. Probably if you do any of these companies though. Like, master the products. Right? What do they do? How do they help people get their the results that they want, so they can achieve their goals? Right? Use them like crazy. Keep getting gold. Being consistent. This cup is so fire. Right? Master the marketing plan. Knowing how people can move from level to level and how to teach it. Right? Get people understanding and learning the marketing plan ASAP. The reason why you want to know the marketing plan is so that if somebody's interested in the business, it makes sense to them to start the business, because you can explain it to them very simply at the very beginning, right? And then they'll be excited. Master retailing, so that means selling the products, getting clients, keeping a client base. Master sponsoring, getting distributors, right? You want them to be able to get a client base. Master follow-up. And all the things here, man, that's probably like the bottom of my list in terms of what I'm good at, right? It's a complete area of improvement, complete area of transparency. What you got? Oh, my follow-up is not the best, and somehow I made it to president's team in 2 years. Not typical, but it's what's possible. That means you can be good at a whole lot of stuff. That means you got to get good at a whole lot of stuff, because you do not have to be perfect to become a president's team member, but you do got to be working. You ain't perfect, but you working. And finally, master promotions. Right? How to promote. Master qualifying for the promotion. Master how to promote the promotions. Master how to promote everything from, marketing plan qualifications, promote brand new products, promote the next event that you're at, right? Like if you're at a fit camp, learning how to promote the next fit camp, right? So you have to become a master of promoting / promotions, right? Concepts. You guys want to go to some concepts? How you feel about what you say matters. That's number one. How you feel about it matters, right? And if you can feel, and it, like when I speak and I go train, on, and I'll be like on stage and everything, those events I'm drained because I really feel everything that I'm saying. Like I'm really coming from a place of giving when I say stuff. So the response I get is everybody's like, yo, that was amazing, that was great, yada, yada, yada. Even if I can talk basic stuff, like all this stuff is basic. Probably none of it is new for anybody who's gone to an event in the past, 4 or 5 years. A lot of this stuff is something that they've already heard, or like a semblance of it. But I feel it, so like I'm super drained. And if you can speak to people and feel it, like they'll be super turned to oh, you're like the best salesman. No, I'm not selling you nothing. I'm sharing, right? Like you go see like a good comedy show, you'd be like, yo, Dave Chappelle in Las Vegas was the funniest thing that ever happened to me. Like he was so funny. You got a chance to understand it. Even the people that was in front of him, we seen 2 acts in front of him, like they made the whole show perfect. Like, yo, like I'm not selling you Dave Chappelle tickets. I'm selling you that experience. So if you have the same feeling about the product, you have the same feeling about how you've been doing like Herbalife or whatever you have in your business, like if you feel it, like it's gonna matter more to people, and then they're going to like look at it like, oh, okay, there might be something to it. It's gonna make more sense. It's gonna make people listen. Like you got to be able to, even though when you talk to people, it should be more about them. So you should be gathering information. When you give information, it should come from a place of like I'm saying it so that it matters. Because if you're saying it like it don't matter, it's gonna suck. Number 2, teach from where you want to be, not where you are. Right? So that means you got to start looking at people where you want to be and look how they speak and teach and train, and then teach and train like them. Right? Teach in the fundamental ways like them. Don't teach how you are like brand new, and don't teach like you don't have the money yet. Don't teach like you don't have the results. Teach like you excited about the income that you're about to make. Teach like you're excited about the results that you're about to get when you talk about the products. Teach like you're speaking to a whole room full of your whole team compared to, one person that just came to like meet one-on-one, right? So speak beyond that. Number 3, define the Herbalife lingo as you talk. That's a good one. This is for everybody who talks, even when you talk on your story. If you guys like watch my story and like really like looking intent on it, or watch anything that I do, I don't say like acronyms. So we just had an event in October. It's called the LDW, Leadership Development Weekend. If I say LDW, I'm going to follow it up by letting people know Leadership Development Weekend. I'm not going to say, yo, I'm inviting people to the HOM. I'm always going to say Herbalife Opportunity Meeting or an HOM. Like I'm going to say it together. Like, yo, we got these crazy monthly events. Ours is next is November the 9th. It's going to be the STS. Success Training Seminar, Success Training Saturday, Success Training School, whatever. Like whatever you want to say it, but I'm not going to just leave people out like, oh, come to the STS. Nobody knows the STS, LDW, LD, you know what I'm saying? So all lingo that's only going to be associated with what you do and who you are, and this is for any company, if it's inside lingo, either don't use it, like if you cannot use it, don't use it, and if you do use it, define it when you say it. Like it's going to help people out, right? So then they can start kind of catching on and picking up on everything, but no acronyms at all. We got, shakes with Formula 1 and PDM. PDM is protein drink mix. I don't tell people that's PDM. What, like they don't know what PDM is. I don't even know what I'm saying if I say PDM. I could be saying an actual real word. But you out there trying to explain stuff to people. So, right, you guys keep that in mind. This is just this imperative. You guys, And you heard it once, so let it just be the lesson today, and never have to go through it again. Just don't do it no more, right? I promise you, you'll be better with the things that you do. Number 4, if it's not necessary to say, if it's not necessary to say, it's necessary not to say it. If you don't have to say it, don't say it. Right? Now people got ways that they can kind of say that right now, and in lingo, you talk to somebody, they be like, say less. Right? Sometimes they say that to just cut you off. Man, I know you had the right intentions, but when we do this, we don't do that. All right, cool. As soon as you start going again, so next I say less. I got you. Right? But that's just period. Brevity is the key. I got to tell this to my sponsor all the time. It's like a little running joke. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they look at me and they'll be laughing. They'll be like, brevity, like, because sometimes they'll be thinking like, okay, Sue be saying like, keep it shorter. It matters to keep things way shorter. And just say, okay, what do I need to say to get the point across, to get the information across, to even tell the story, and let that be it, and then don't say anymore. Say less. Sometimes they say no more. Say no more, son. Right? Do that. I promise you. You want to think about when you speak, you want to think about boxing. Right? You could win a boxing match 12 rounds. Right? By decision. Right? Or you can knock somebody out in the first round. So even I want you guys to watch, especially those of you guys who ever see me at an event, right? Tell a story. You'll see people who can tell a great story. They get a mic in front of them and they'll go in. But they weren't designated to go in. They weren't designated that time. Right? And you see me, who I could basically darn near do what I want to. 2 minutes. No mas. And tell a story that's good enough that people can remember it. Right? Say the point, boom, 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 boom. And if there's something spectacular in your story, you can say something spectacular about your story in one sentence. Man, look, I started Herbalife fresh out of jail. Made it a supervisor in 6 weeks. 2 of those weeks I was on house arrests. I was really committed to building a healthy community where I'm from in San Bernardino. Like, people is already stuck on the got out of jail house arrest part still. They're like, man, you know what I mean? And then I could tell the story, dang, I lost 21 pounds, got my mom and my brother and my sister, helped them all get results. They joined the business too. Made it to press team. Yo, I never thought I would be able to do something like this. But Herbalife helps groom you for that. Boom, that's the whole story. All the little details in the middle you'll learn about the details because you're gonna go through them, and every other story is gonna be encompassed of it. Every training is gonna be encompassed of what the story was. I learned this and then I just did it. I learned about the products, then I just did it. I learned about the marketing plan, I just showed it to a lot of people. That's the story. I figured it out based on what all these notes that I was able to get. And then I didn't have to figure much out because they were giving me all this stuff. If you on this line right now, you really probably won't need anything else. You won't have to know more. You just got to do more, right? Number 5, lead by example, not words, and by words. Number 5, lead by example, not by words, and by words, right? So that means lead by example. Don't just speak it, right? But then also speak it. You know what I'm saying? Use the products, wear the button, talk to people. You know how many times I wrote that down in my entire career? It's right there. Use the products, wear the button, talk to people you know and don't know. Talk to 10 people a day. Tell testimonials. Respond to the button hits, right? And then get people to say yes or no, right? Tell the truth. Boom, I wrote the marketing plan. Boop, boop, boop. Many people are dissatisfied or looking for a change. So what we do is not hard to do. This one was epic for me. It was epic for a lot of people, I think, who was at this event. They said when you talk to somebody, right, go up to anybody, right, if you want to get clients, you want to get some contacts, you want to get some invites, whatever it is, right, he said, this is what you could say. Even it's like some people are scared to go approach, like you got a button that says lose weight now, and there's like somebody that's like 270 pounds, she's 5'2", 5'3". Yeah, she needs to lose weight, right? I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone, yada, 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 yada. Try that. And you can put anything after. I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone who's interested in, looking for a part-time opportunity to earn some extra income? I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone who wants to lose weight or gain energy or needs help with like their athletic performance? I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone who enjoys group workouts? Right? I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone who likes sweaty men and women in group workouts? You can say whatever. Like, you could be creative. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could just, I don't know if it's for you, but do you like smoothies? Do you like energy drinks? I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone who likes energy drinks that may want a healthy option to get them through the day that doesn't have all the crazy stuff that might make them crash? I don't know if it's for you. Like, you're taking the pressure off of them. But do you know? I remember literally when I heard that, and I know everybody who was in the crowd was just like, what? That's so awesome. Because they're running it through their mind of all the times they spoke to somebody, and they're running through all these scenarios of what would happen if I didn't. Everybody, I know for a fact, this, like my whole team, I think they still say it, those who were there, right? But it's, when I started doing that, I had more people respond to me and say, yeah, me, I need to lose about 35, right? Wait, like, as soon as I started saying, like, hey, I don't know if it's for you, like, you can do it even as a straight introduction, right? You just come up to somebody like, hey, how you doing? I'm Super Mario. I'm a health coach. I got a club, and we got fitness. You can say, like, however you introduce and can present like your value, right? I do awesome free wellness evaluations. You can say all kind of stuff. Yo, I have this weight loss challenge that I'm doing, like, with all these people across the country. I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone who would be interested in, winning some money just for, helping? Boom, 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 boom. Like that's how you can start using it. Just that, I don't know if it's for you, but do you know anyone who, and you can go 1,000 different ways based off what the intention you can be having with that person is. Right? And at the end of the day, when you say, but do you know anyone, you get a chance to give them something maybe that they will at least be able to take an invitation. They could take your flyer. They could take your business card, right? You say, hey, man, can you got Instagram, follow me, send people my way. Like, you could say any of that because the way that you say that. So, like, I mean, right here was probably one of the best nuggets of that whole leadership development weekend, LDW, right, that we had in 2014, man. Thanks, Tommy Giosa, man. That's my guy. Treat everybody nice. I just wanted some friends, right? Ooh. Focus on the strengths and ignore the things that weaken you. Ignore the things that weaken you. Right? Dang, it's so much like, it's just like repeats. So much of this stuff just repeats. You know what I'm saying? Turn your tragedy to triumph. Attitude is everything. Make it a great day. Who can you encourage? Right? You are okay. You can do it. Right? She says the best training. What up, Tiviana? Thank you. I believe it. It's not my stuff. I'm just expounding on stuff that I wrote down from somebody else. That's just the beauty of what we do. Right? Grow through your trials. Right? You gotta be excited for how stuff kind of feels if it's not feeling good, because you don't grow in times of prosperity. You gotta give hope to people. Right? I got 10 seconds left. You can either have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret.